Last session, I talked about some tips for writing essays, Ielts Task 2 topics, scoring criteria, and how to compose an essay. And today, I'm going to teach you how to identify the topic, choose the right format, and write an introduction for it. If you do enjoy this tutorial, make sure to hit ring button there and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss any video for Ielts writing in the future. Hello everybody, I'm Sarbakhshi and welcome to OEL. Review of Ielts topics shows that they can be classified in the following categories. Number 1, discussion. Number 2, opinion. We call it agree or disagree questions. Advantage, disadvantage, problem, solution. And number 5, two-part questions. In the first step, let's choose some Ielts topics from Cambridge Ielts books and classify them in the categories. Stay with us in the rest of the video. Each topic has an order. It asks you to do something, and that is the part we use to classify them in the above-mentioned categories. Would you please take a look at the following topics for a moment? As you see in topic 1, some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. Others believe that they should only be allowed to study subjects that will be useful in the future, such as those related to science and technology. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. As you see, it asks you to discuss an issue about studying, so it is classified in the first category. Let's go to topic number 2. Governments should spend money on railways rather than roads. To what extent do you agree or disagree with the statement? As you see, this is an example of agree-disagree topic. Number 3. Countries are becoming more and more similar because they are able to buy the same products anywhere in the world. Do you think this is a positive or negative development? As you see, this is an example of advantage and disadvantage topics. Number 4, in spite of advances made in agriculture, many people around the world still go hungry. Why is this the case? What can be done about this problem? In this question, we have a good sample of problem-solution topics. And the last one, nowadays many people choose to be self-employed rather than to work for a company or organization. Why might this be the case? What can be the disadvantages of being self-employed? And as you see, this is a good example of two-part questions. After we classified the topic, now it's time to write an introduction. Although there are many ways for writing an introduction, I want you to divide each topic for two parts as take for granted part and challenging part. Let me explain it more. In each topic, there is a statement which is a consensus about its validity. Many people agree that it is true. We name it take for granted part, and a part that that people may have different ideas about it, and we call it challenging part. Let's review some topics and divide them into these categories. Topic number 1. Some people think that all university students should study whatever they like. Others believe that they should only be allowed to study subjects that will be useful in the future, such as those related to science and technology. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. As you see in topic 1, people have different views about subjects students choose to study. This is the take for granted part. There is no doubt about it, and all people agree with that. But the challenging part is some agree with students' freedom about subjects, and others think they should study useful subjects for the future. In writing an introduction, we use this classification and try to write one sentence for each. So first we paraphrase the sentences and write the introduction as follows. People have different views about how much choice students should have with regard to what they can study at university. While some argue that it would be better for students to be forced into certain key subjects. In my opinion, allowing students to study their personal choice could motivate them to perform better. Let's go to another topic and write a sample introduction for it together. Topic number 2. Governments should spend money on railroads rather than roads. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this statement? As you see in the topic, there is no doubt that governments should spend money on transportation facilities like railways and roads. The challenging part is that one of them has priority over the other one, so we use take for granted part and challenging part and write an introduction as follows. According to some people, the authorities should invest in trains instead of railroads. I do not quite agree with this view. In my opinion, roads are as important as railways, and hence the government should allocate appropriate funding for both. Let's go to topic 3. Countries are becoming more and more similar because people are able to buy the same products everywhere in the world. Do you think this is a positive or negative development? People take for granted that countries are becoming more and more similar because people are able to buy the same products anywhere in the world. And the challenging part is whether this is a positive or negative development. Okay, let's review the introduction. It's true that the world becomes a global village where people can get things easily, which is made of different and available all over the world without any barriers and difficulties. This intends to be a positive development throughout the world. This is the end of introduction session. In the next video, I'm going to teach you how to write the body.